Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Ghost Star back in the house, and as you can see, we are here today. Well, not that you can see, unless you really looked at the thumbnail. That we are on part 2 of our rifle parts upgrade. So we'll talk about that. All right, guys, so we are here to talk about now what we're adding to this rifle. At the time of recording this is December 4th. I take the class in a couple days, but by the time you guys see this, will already be New Year's. So Happy New Year's to everybody. Thank you for being part of the channel. If you are new here, make sure you click the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications. And if you find that you like the content and you think other people like yourself who are like me a little over a year ago, who might become interested in firearms, then have them also subscribe to the channel. So recently, when we last talked about this, we upgraded this piece here. In that video, I talked about what happened with my safety, and essentially what happened was I did not know there was a spring and a pin in here. And see, I have the pin so you guys can see how tiny this is. So that's the pin that fell out that I didn't see. The spring also fell out. I don't know where the spring is. I haven't seen it. Not to say it isn't down there somewhere, but I didn't see that there. But so we got the new grip, and as you can see, we did that. All right. So we moved the light up to the furthest point of the rail here. So as you can see there, it is more of a just past the muzzle of the AR. We also since then have flipped the rear sight the correct way as I was instructed to by the people at the range. So why are we here today? Well, today we are going to be moving this part, which is the quick disconnect part of the strap. We're taking this off. We actually end up picking up an M-lock Q-mount for slings. So we're going to put that probably somewhere towards the back 2 here. We also have picked up the Warhammer charging handle, ambidextrous charging handle. And we'll talk about that a little bit more. And we bought some rail covers that we're going to be adding on to here to kind of give it, one, a little bit different look with all the openness right here, but 2, it gives me some hand protection from when I'm firing it as it starts to warm up. So let's get into that. So first off, we're going to start with taking, also, not that it's part of the AR build itself, but we bought us some dummy rounds as well. These I just wanted to show you guys today. We'll use these probably in a different video on how to do certain things you can do with dummy rounds. So what we're going to start with is removing this piece off, just taking off to the side, and then getting the M-lock out of there. So I also added a new feature that I hope you guys find that you like. It is a top-down version of this. So I'm going to go ahead and set that there and get our screwdriver. Set off to the side, and we're going to go ahead and remove this piece off the rail. Now we're probably going to end up playing with the Q mount, the M-lock QD mount for the sling in the future, just because I'm not 100% sure where I even really would like it at yet. Some people say put it all the way to the front. Some people say they like it closer to the back. I actually liked the way it felt when I had this piece kind of right here. I felt like it gave me a little bit more control, but they said that that was a bad spot for this, and they kind of went over some of the reasons why. So I ended up picking up this part right here. Let's get one of my pocket knives. And then I did pick this up on Amazon. You'll find a lot of the mag pull stuff that you can find on Amazon, but you can also find it at your local range. And from what I found, that these are pretty much priced at nowhere where you're at to get that. All right, so set this down. Set up the M-lock portion of this. So these screws go inside those holes like that. And then you want to put your M-lock piece on. You want to initially thread it. Okay, now I got those sitting on there. Okay, put that back. I got them on there ready to go. So we're going to, I think I'm going to put it right here. Actually, no. I'm actually going to put it back on the very last one. Okay, and now I have my tool here, and then I will start with this one. And we'll just make sure that that is the right size. That is not the right size. Okay, okay. So I have this little set here. I believe it's actually my son's. He used to fix his iPhone screen all the time, and so he left it here. So I use it because, you know, why not?
Many hours later.
Okay. All right, that took a lot longer than I wanted it to. I finally got this on there, and now we can mount this sling appropriately, I think. I hope. All right, so as you can see there, tugging it, and it's not coming out. This is not wiggling. It's now in a better spot. We'll figure out if that's going to be the best spot. I hope that's the best spot, because that took some work. It took some work. It took a little bit more than I thought. But I don't think putting it here would be a great idea, just because that's kind of where my hand placement would be, somewhere right here. And the only spot, if it doesn't work out here, is I'll probably put it up here. So, since we are here, let's go ahead and get these going, because we got these rail covers as well. Now, these are B5 system rail covers. They come in black, flat dark earth, coyote brown, OD green, and wolf gray. So the store I picked this up from was in the gun bunker. It's pretty much just down the street from me, in black, just because obviously the rest of my furniture is either the gray or the black, so we wanted to match. And I wanted to kind of give it a off that there. So these are rubber, and they just go right here in these in the M-locks. So I think what I'm gonna do is, and what I got them for is that so when I grip the gun, they give me a little bit more stability on the grip of the gun. I'm trying to decide, should I go here with it, and then maybe I can put the other one here. Let's see. Because you can put these on and take them back off. So that's a great thing. This is also going to help with protecting my hand from the heat as well. They will heat up just like everything else will on the gun as I'm running it through the barrel itself. So we got that there. We'll put one. Just want to make sure that that looks good. And I was looking for the M-lock version of these, but I figured, you know what, for the price, as you've seen, it was only 18 bucks or 4. I was like, you know, let me try these out. Let me see if I like them. Worst case scenario, I use them for a different gun in the future. There's that. And then we want to match it up here as well, so we start it. Okay, so there you can see I have the 3 on, and then I don't have any on the top. And that's just going to help with the gripping. I actually might move these up now that I think about it. Yeah, I might actually move these up. These might just be a little too far back, because what I would probably end up doing is I do have a vertical grip that I probably would put right here, maybe one of these 2 spots. So I'm gonna move these up. And then I'll probably put the vertical grip right there. So I'll move each side up to that side as well. So let's go ahead and get that done. And that's what I like about these, is that they were just easy to pull up and then relay. And then if I like them, I'll buy a few more. And then I'll fill in the gaps once I'm done. All right, so I've got those now moved up just a hair, because I figured if I'm gripping, it's gonna be like that. That's gonna give me good hand placement. And then if I got a forward or my vertical grip, would probably go right about here, right there for my vertical grip. So I could catch my hand on it right there. And I'd be using my vertical grip more for just a stop more than anything else. I want to make sure I have I present well on that. No, that's probably a little close for you guys, but there's those. And we'll run these. I have a fourth one here. As you can see that I don't have the spot for right now. What I could end up doing is I probably won't put anything else unless I move this up here. If I move this up here, then I'll go 3 right here. But if I end up liking this here or putting it there, then I'll just cut these 2 down and add that right there. If I end up liking the way these look and feel on there. All right, so now we've changed the QD mount for the AR, and we've added rail scales. And they make them in different variations. These are rubber rail scales, and they make ones that are M-LOK rail scales as well, from Magpul, and a few other companies make them as well. So you could give your gun a different look. And they have some, I think, that kind of go like around. They kind of lay more around the barrel of the gun as well. So if you just want to give it a different look, that's something you can do. And you can do these in different colors as well, as I had listed earlier. All right, so the last thing that we are going to be doing tonight on this, as far as an upgrade, and this is all before we go to shoot it for the very first time. There was 2 things I really wanted to change right away. One was the grip here that we already talked about. So you can see there, we changed the grip. The second thing I wanted to change right away actually is this right here. I'll go ahead and flip this up. I have that right. And I'm going to pull this pin out like that. And we're going to talk about this. And this is your BCG, or bolt carrier group. And you guys had already seen that I talked about it earlier. I ended up buying the Warhammer one. And you can see here with the mil-spec one, it is a left side pull only. It doesn't really offer, if I end up putting a suppressor on it, it doesn't offer any way to alleviate gases blowing back into my face, because this is a gas driven pendulum system where the gas, when you fire, goes almost all the way down till you get to the gas chamber here, and then it kicks it back to help reload here into the bolt carrier. So we have our bolt carrier here. This is something we'll be changing down the line as well, but for the time being, we're going to just leave this one as is, and it goes that way because it goes this way, back and forth, right? I'm sure we're going to find out very, very quickly if I'm right or wrong with that. But we got this Warhammer charging handle here. It's made from billet aluminum 7075 T6. Relief cuts for suppressors and ambidextrous. And that was a big reason why I ended up picking this one ton. So it's a Warhammer charging handle 2. So we're going to go ahead and get this puppy out of here. And I got this directly from Warhammer themselves, from their website. got a 1-year warranty and a lifetime defect warranty. So it does have installation instructions. Hopefully I don't need those today. Get this out of the package, and we'll kind of look at how they look compared to the. So outside of, obviously, this one says Warhammer and this one doesn't. You can see there I placed the mil spec one that was inside of there. You can see there it's got larger. It's got a larger grip for the charging handle. These are ambidextrous, so I can pull it from this side or this side, and it also has suppression. The suppressor has a way to alleviate some of the gas blowing back into my face. So what we have to do is we have to get this. See if I can get this done right. Yeah, I think that's what we have to do. We've already pulled up our charging handle. Okay, so there's that. Let's put that back in there, and then I push the pin back in, and we should be good to go. So, slap it. There we go. We should be good to go. All right, so let's get back to the regular view here. Actually, we'll leave it at this view. So, today, charging handle. We obviously, as you guys can see here, rear sight switched. We added a different spot for our sling as recommended. We may be moving this up even one more or moving it all the way to the front, depending on how that feels when we're at the range this weekend. And then we added the rail scales, the rubberized rail scales. One, it kind of, I think, gives it a little bit more texture look. Two, it's going to help with gripping the gun a little bit more when we're at the range taking our shots. All right, guys. So let me know in the comments what you think. How do you feel about the Warhammer from Burke Armors? I did a quick look up on them, and I think I spent about $50 on that. And that's just a really inexpensive upgrade that you can make there. This QD lock, I believe, was less than $20. And as you can see there, the rail covers, they were $18 for four of these rubber ones. They'll be a little bit more expensive if you buy the other ones, but either way, they give you just a little bit more of a look. All right, guys, so let me know what you think about that. Leave me in the comments of what any upgrades you've made to your AR and what things you think I might be changing in the near future. I will tell you this, one of the things I am definitely looking at next, depending on how this one performs, is changing out this buttstock next. This is probably another quick, inexpensive thing that I can change out that I think will make a lot of difference when I'm shooting in the near future. I've seen them go as cheap as about $40, and I've seen them go as high as $120. I don't think I need to spend $120 on the one I have. I think somewhere between the $50 to $80 range would probably be what I'll be looking at based on some of the research I've done. But that will be coming in the future. We've already changed the grip here. We got the new charging handle. Our safety works. That was very important. Got the light here, and then we got our front and rear iron sights. One of the next things we'll be adding, probably in our next upcoming video, is this part right here on the Picatinny rail will be our red dot. Once we kind of get a little bit more comfortable shooting with the irons, we're going to be adding a red dot pretty quickly to this, and kind of go forward from there. All right, guys. Well, that is going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and we have more of these to come to do more replacements on this. And if things go well, I would like to maybe even upgrade some of the smaller parts and change out the color of some of the black into maybe a dark blue or a royal blue with this gray finish on the Zulu Delta or Zero Delta Zulu 2. But leave me a comment again, if you are new to the channel and you're finding yourself liking some of the content that I have out there, make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications. I appreciate you guys. At the time of making this video, we were still at 80 subscribers, which I released the video a couple weeks ago because I'm recording a bunch of things and then editing them and putting them out at different times. But thank you guys for the 80. Hope to be well over that going into next year, seeing that this channel is fairly new. But I can't do that without you. And the way that you guys can help me grow is make sure that you guys are sharing this video out. Share it with your friends. Share it with other people who might be interested in moving into the 2A space and are not sure like how to get started. That's kind of where I was a little over a year ago. How do I get started? And I'm still learning. As you can see, I'm putting parts on, taking parts off, and I'm going to continue to keep doing that. And I hope to bring you a lot more content around different things. It'll be a lot less newer gun content unless I'm renting something at the range and testing it out at the range. I won't be personal purchases, but there is one additional purchase that I plan on making this year, if at all possible, as long as our finances and my wife allows it. I love you, baby. Please let me do that. Oh man, this is really showing up now, isn't it? You guys can see this Twitch screen, or you could have seen that Twitch screen when I was down there making that. Anyway, nonetheless, squirrel. Thank you guys. Until then, it's your boy GDDG saying, stay safe, stay ready, stay prepared, and I will catch up with you next time. Peace.